Hello, this is Sabrina Young with the Young's Daughters Funeral Home and Bereavement Center. Today's video is about family reflections. What are family reflections? This is where the minister or the officiant would invite the family to collaborate and come up with something that they would like to say that is heartfelt about the deceased. Typically, these people comprise of a spouse. If the spouse is unable to speak, then they would write a letter to be read by the officiant or somebody else that was close to them to share their word of comfort. Another person would be the best friend. You typically see that. A lifelong friend that shares many, many stories of laughter is then shared with the congregation. You will also find a good colleague, a working colleague, a professional that they have worked with or retired with. They share a humongous part of their life because most of us work more than we do play, so it is great to see the contribution from the professionals about their life and what a significant difference that they made to that industry or to their specific business. And so typically the ministers will ask these key people to either write a personal reflection or maybe a collaborative story. They get all of these stories from all these different people and they put it together so that we can share it. Also, a minister it bases their information from the funeral home during the arrangement process. So the funeral director would collect quite a bit of information and then pass it to the minister. But again, nobody knows the stories like the immediate people. So even though we like to try to get to all of the good and the funnies and the stories, it's best done by the family. So organization of these stories is best to have. Maybe a childhood story to begin with, and then going into the marriage story, significant life and the career changes, the nuts and bolts and the foundation of the family that identified that person, and a personal story of even faith or their religious background, or capturing those that really encompass that deceased is very important. And so through the family reflections, you'll see that that is typically done. It's a very emotional and moving experience to be a part of that. So if you know that you're not able to speak, pass along your writings and poems or things of that sort to somebody who is able to read, and they still give the credit to you. And it's also good to Xerox copy a couple of these so that way they could be inserted into the scrapbook of the funeral. A lot of funeral homes are taking on the scrapbooking where we bring in a lot of the photos and scriptures, condolences that were printed online through the online registry. So if you have that ability, go ahead and share it if you'd like so that they can add it. I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like. Please leave your comments and reviews down in the boxes. We just thank you so much. If you need any more help or content information, you can email me at youngsdaughtersfuneralhome@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook at Young's Daughters, and you can certainly Google us. You can call me there. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to serve.